Hi there, welcome back to Japan. If you can hear me, can you hear me? I have no idea if the audio is working anyway, but hi. Thought I would just check in a little bit later than normal. So I'm doing this on the cheapy equipment in a web cafe. So guys, tell me if you can hear me. Anyone who's there, let me know if you can hear the live chat. If you can see the live chat, then we'll know that this is working. Wow, I bought a new light and it's really bright. Happy No Bias Day. Every day is No Bias Day. So I brought this light for filming. Hey Zimph, because I need new lighting for when I'm doing the stuff in the new studio. And I thought I'll test it out here because whenever I do this filming at Web Cafe, it's always so dark, and then oh man, this thing is bright as hell. Whew. Anyway, so there's been lots of good news today. I'm hoping that if you haven't already, check it out. I did just post a video of my little traipsing around today. But while I was out, what I didn't show is that I managed to buy two things that honestly, I didn't think I'd be able to find these, but the light's so bright that you can't even see them. So anyway, actually, I'm going to take out the light. Oh, now it's like super dark. Anyway, okay, I'll show you quickly. So we got the first Silent Siren album with Yuka, the first one as I'm guessing a major label artist, and then the other one that they had prior, this is the one that is like really difficult to find. Managed to find that as well. So yay, got that all. Anyway, hi Bubbles, welcome. And hello Penguin, hello Harry, hello everyone. I'm going to plug in the super bright light again. Oh, Jesus, it's like walking into the sun. 500 yen, and I think that my eyesight is done. Whew. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks to CMC for posting the link there. If you haven't seen that, that's my, I'm assuming that's the link to my little day out in Tokyo today, where I decided to check out all of those. Everyone was mentioning about all the cool things that Bandmade have up everywhere. So I went there and I saw it all. I saw the huge banners. I saw all of the memorabilia and everything. It was really cool. Beer time. Oh, no advertising. Beer time. All right. So anyway, we're going to run this one through for about an hour and a half today because I need to get some sleep tonight. I started a bit late. Actually, there's so many videos. I've done reactions to the new Silent Siren song Hero, as well as the new Perfume song. Sorry to CMC, who I know hates Perfume, but I've done reactions to both of those, which will be going up soon. So we're getting a review of the new Perfume and Silent Siren songs. We've got more from Scandal track by track. We've got more from the Conqueror Bandmade track by track. There is a lot of videos still coming today and tomorrow. I don't know how much more I'm going to get put out tonight because, like I said, it's already quite late and I'm thinking I'll probably go to sleep after the live chat. But yeah, there is a lot of awesome stuff coming this weekend, so stick with it. Let's count it together. We got, I think, probably one or two Scandal listen throughs. Got another Conqueror listen through to post. Perfume, Silent Siren. Yeah, there's at least 4 more videos coming between tonight and tomorrow. So some great stuff coming up. Purple, welcome back. I haven't seen you for a while, man. How you doing? Welcome back. Did you see that you put the wrong song title on the latest Conqueror track? Did I? I should probably change that quite soon then. Which one did I put in? Let me just check that. Conqueror track list. It was Mirage, wasn't it? Did I put with the? I think I put the thumbnail for it, a drop of a hat, didn't I? Let's see if I can change that right now. This is ever so slightly embarrassing. Thank you so much for telling me that. This is the problem when you're putting out too many videos at the same time. You get a little bit tripped over on yourself. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to edit that whilst I'm talking to you guys. So I hope you guys don't mind listening to me talk. I won't be able to see what you're typing for the next few minutes just while I edit this, because I must admit that is quite a serious error that we have there. Thank you so much for pointing that out so I can fix that now. But this is going to take me a couple of minutes because what I'm basically doing is I'm currently editing a new thumbnail because I don't know why I had done the thumbnails in the wrong order. But I am editing the new thumbnail using the same piece of software I use for all of my thumbnail editing, which is Microsoft Paint. Yes, I am currently on Microsoft Paint editing a new cover for Mirage because I accidentally posted the wrong cover. Why is that not working? Come on, Microsoft Paint. I know you're old, but you can do this. All right. Interesting thing is that you guys probably noticed that when it comes to doing the track-by-track listen throughs, I usually come up with a formula for how the thumbnails look. So there's like a template that I can work from. I'm currently kind of doing that. So this is kind of embarrassing, but thank you for pointing that out for me. There we go. Now I need to put the name of the song, which is Mirage. Mirage. Put the right song name, Howard. Then everything will be okay. Mirage. Good. It's already in a nice funky font. Let's just use that. Make it really large so everyone can see it. This must be fascinating for all of you to listen to me waffle about what I'm doing on the screen right now. I'm literally resizing the font. Let's see how quickly I can do this. I should be back to talking normally. I think my only concern is what on earth is happening while I'm not there. What terrible things is Bubbles saying, or CMC for that matter. Okay, thumbnail nearly edited. Now what I have to do is I have to get an image of my face and stick it into the corner of the picture. What face shall I have? I'll have the hard thinking face for this one. Yes, there's a thumbnail of me with a hard thinking face. What I did is because I knew that these were all going to be, I was going to do me alongside the Band-Maid cover for these thumbnails. I basically just took a load of pictures of me in like a relatively dark room and just thought instead of taking one thumbnail from each video, I'll just do it that way. So let's see. So I just got like a little library of about 20 photos that I just randomly took. Let's put my thinking face at the bottom of the screen. That's good. Except for now it's blocking the words. Yeah. Nearly there. Nearly there. I have to find that font again now. There we go. Mirage. Please tell me this is Mirage. If I've suddenly now started putting the wrong one in again, that's going to be awful. There we go. Mirage, reaction and review. Normally most people would have stopped the live chat at this point, but then again, most people would also put editing on their YouTube channels, which I distinctly do not. So, nearly there. Stretch that a little bit, make it a bit bigger. He says talking about the fonts. Just kind of call that Mirage so it's easy to find. Where did it save it? MS Paint has recently been saving everything in the wrong folders. Beer is making this much easier. Go back to the screen. Okay, here we are. YouTube. Change thumbnail. MIR Mirage. Update. Come on, computer. Changes saved. It's like it never happened. I'll just quickly play that video and just see that it was actually Mirage. Yes, it was Mirage. Okay, cool. Done. Thanks, CMC. Hey, I'm enjoying your translations of Band-Maid interviews. Yeah. Also, yeah. Thanks to Harrow, great work being done there. So let's have a look here. Hello, Sven. Hi, guys. Hello, Harrow as well. Now imagining Howard in a tinfoil beret. This is my new 100 yen hat. You can fold it down over my eyes. I don't know what possible use that could have, but maybe one day that will be useful. So look here. Now this is excellent use of live chat. Really, 1+ subs get to witness Howard making of. So you're not really seeing me make it, you're just seeing my face while I'm going. Anyway, if you check back on that video now, it is updated. Anyway, but ring. Anyway, I wanted to say, just then we've got a note here. A comment just left. I think there's someone related to this video. All the sign stuff is real. Their social media pages show the girls touring around all the stores. Yeah, you guys are showing it on the Discord. So yeah, I was guessing the sign stuff was real in the shops, but nice to have that confirmed. So yeah, anyway, like I say, great news. Today was quite a success. Loads of new songs to review. Found very rare CDs by Silent Siren, which is nice for the track-by-track listen throughs for them. Yeah, been quite successful on a lot of those notes. 4 more videos coming tomorrow. 4 more videos coming tomorrow, just to reiterate. That's another one from the Conqueror listen through, another one from the Best Scandal listen through, the brand new Silent Siren song Hero, and the brand new Perfume song as well. So we've got quite a lot going on. Why so dark background today? Because I'm in an internet cafe, and because I bought a new light for the new studio, which I'm just testing out, and it's so bright that the contrast is basically making everything look insane. If I turn it towards the camera, it's like the sun is shining upon the this thing is seriously bright, and it cost me 500 yen. Now the studio room is a bit bigger, so I might buy a couple of them, but my god, it's gonna have to be further back when I do the recordings. I'm gonna end up blind. So, seriously, how many LEDs is that? Can I count without blinding myself? 4 times 7, so that's what, 14, 28 LEDs. Ooh. And yeah, hi Fernando. So everyone's being here. Why no Scandal links in descriptions? Well, as always, the links are always at the end of the videos. If it's something like that where it's an album listen through, not all of the songs have actual links online that I can give you. So what I'm doing there is I'm saying in the video, look, okay, before I do the review, check this out on Spotify, because Spotify is where you can, Spotify, you can hear any of the songs off that album anyway. So I'm kind of doing that and then going straight into it. But at the end, I'm giving like links to like the videos that are available online of them playing it. But yeah, there's not going to be any links in the descriptions for those, because as a general, there aren't really links to go with. So I would say best thing to do, like I say in the video, check it out on something like Spotify. Or if you got it on CD, great, but Spotify is probably the best option for that. But yeah, fair enough. I mean, usually I'm doing that more now for videos where I can't play the original song, but with a Scandal listen through the entire album, we're going to be doing all of their albums. I'm going to encourage people instead to just, go listen to it on whatever streaming service you use, because it does seem to be available on all of them. Let's have a look here. Purple Heart, is the new Bandmate album getting much publicity in Japan? Obviously, I know on of the radio interviews. Yeah, I mean, as hopefully that video that I just posted will show, is getting a lot of publicity. It's really kind of publicized everywhere. But I think this is a very short and sharp advertising campaign. I think what they've tried to do is they've tried to take over everything for just like 1 week. So probably next week there'll be like no clear signs of advertising. I think they're just trying to hammer it into the charts and then hope on word of mouth, which is a good sign, and it shows that the record company have confidence in the record if they're willing to do that, because you do that kind of exercise when you're convinced that you just need to get enough people on the initial first week that then word of mouth will support it. Let's have a look at this. Was the Icarus light set up? Oh, that light is insane. 500 yen. I need to get another one of those. I really do. Be awesome. Sunglasses will be required for reactions. Well, that's the good thing. This room is so dark that this is kind of useful, because usually, I mean, you've seen the live chats I've done in the internet cafe before. They do literally look like that. This is what they look like usually. Yeah, it's just like one very weak overhead light. But then with this, bam. So in the normal room, this won't be quite so dazzling. But yeah, I need them because I need to have, when I have everything behind me for like all the posters and the stuff we're putting up for the studio, then I will need to have a clearer light on my face to get the definition, because otherwise it will just be like the screen will look really messy. But if I have a light there pointing towards my face, it'll give a bit more definition between the foreground and background. So to have all of that stuff we're putting up in the studio, I do need to have some really bright lights nearer to me. Kind of just like filming 101. It's an unfortunate fact you have to get your eyes burnt out. So let's have a look here. Super has the Essex Girl light for the sunbed. Hey, reactions. I don't get that. Reactions future so bright, going to need shades poll. I was thinking of putting a few polls into this, but no, I decided not to put any polls into the video. I thought I couldn't carry it. I've been dropping links in my comments to this reviews. Oh yeah, okay. You know, Harry's got a point. He's been dropping links to the Scandal reviews. The only thing I would say in regards to that is that, like I said, I don't know. The problem is I don't know whether they're going to last. I can't afford to go back and check them regularly. But actually, I should have asked Harry before whether you're posting links to like an official source. But I mean, I don't know if they've got any links that are going to last or if they're things that are going to get removed. But I kind of figured the best thing to do is just kind of go with it and see what comes up. Penguin, Best Scandal and Baby Action aren't available on Spotify in Europe at least. Really? Gosh, this is the problem with these guys. So just to quickly cover that, the problem with Scandal is it's really hard for me to know, because like I say, I mean, with the ones that Harry's giving, I don't know if those links are going to be around forever, and recommendations for everything, their copyright's a mess. It's a shambles. No wonder they're not getting the international success they deserve. Lenny, which Yuka Suzuhana album did you buy? It was it Cradle of Destiny or something? Cradle of something. Cradle of Eternity, I think. Let's just check. Cradle of Eternity. That's it. The one which had the extremely overdramatic name. Bame will soon play the Budokan. That would be fantastic if they did. I'd love that. Yes. It was the Shadow Puppet channel. Howard, your beard makes it look like someone filled it in your shading wrong. You know, thanks for that. Thank you. You gotta make up for what I lack up here. Well, to be honest, in this lighting, this hat just makes it look like my head comes to a bit of an abrupt stop. Now it looks like my head has just been cut open. Top of my head's missing. Oh, top of my head's missing. Where's it gone? Yeah, like that. Yeah. Noticing how the light reflects off the glasses, blinding us all. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Yeah, it's a bit creepy, isn't it? CMC Sven, going to probably be a few years before Bame can sell out the Budokan, unfortunately. I don't know, but I think off the back of this album, they're going to get close to it. I mean, consider a lot of the other artists who've played there. And you have to remember, Bame could actually end up playing Budokan in a supporting role as well. That could be their first time playing there, could be as a supporting artist. I don't know. I think it's going to come, and I don't think it's going to be too far away. Remember, they're charting at number 5 at the moment, which is really great, considering where they've come from. Fernando, am I posting my suggestions on the right Reddit channel? You might well be. I've got a lot of suggestions coming up at the moment. Unfortunately, a lot of the suggestions have been delayed by the fact we've got these album listen throughs and so many releases recently. I've got a lot of. Actually, I should tell you guys. I think I told you before. I've been trying to record reviews ahead of time. I've now got 28 reviews on this hard drive, waiting to be uploaded. So there's a lot of stuff that maybe you've mentioned that I've already reviewed like a week ago that I haven't put up yet. Obviously, I have to pace things. There's 28 now that I've finished reviewing, so really, really catching up fantastically. Evil, or should I call you Bubs? It's weird when you put Evil before your name, Bubs. Spotify doesn't always cover Japan from the Europe, USA perspective, but you can also try Amazon or Google. That is true, Amazon and Google, and if you've got Apple iTunes, May will cover it. But the Scandal thing, that's just to be honest, this has been the problem with Scandal from the start for us, is their copyright thing is just insane. It's archaic. We've been there, we've discussed this before, but I am really sorry. It's something like there's only so much we can do. We'll just encourage you to try and find the album however you can. Ziv, might be better to post it on pinned thread. Okay. Haro, in Bame interviews, their wish was to play Yokohama Arena, so that may come first. Yeah, Yokohama Arena is definitely the better venue from what I've heard. Yeah, it's a hard one to judge, but I think Yokohama is kind of is the up and coming place. So I think that's the cool place to play right now, especially with all of the construction work happening around Yokohama. I wouldn't be surprised if they picked that. Um, well, they seems to already have. Purple, does Japan have an equivalent to the top 40 UK, and the top 40 are still valid in today environment of Spotify and such? They do. As I was showing in the video, there's the album rankings there. Charting is a big thing in Japan, but it's quite complicated. They have separate charts, partly for idol stuff, because some of those idol stuff sells vast amounts. I mean, like I told you, I mentioned this a while ago, so sorry if you guys don't remember this, but for Japan, there's no repeat buying law. So basically, if you really like an artist and you want to buy 200 copies of their singles to push them up in the charts, you can do it. It's not called rigging. It's totally legal. And that's partly because these idol groups have this thing where if you buy a copy of the single, you get a 5-second meet and greet. So people buy hundreds of copies so as to bolster their time for like 3 minutes or something. So a lot of these like idol groups get insane sales. So as a result, the charts are split and things. So there's a lot of charts. People really this found as being a popular thing. Streaming does come into it, but this is why I think a lot of groups now are doing making digital downloads available before streaming or physical, so they can actually get charted. I think that's one of the reasons. Harry, any of the live performance links are to my channel. To my own channel for music videos. I've been using Scandal's own YouTube channel when possible. That is great. I mean, I think I'm going to go for. I think I'm going to pin your comments, Harry, because I think that's probably the best way to do it. If I pin your comments, because like I say, the problem is that I am worried about what's going to be available in 1 week from now, or 1 month, or 1 year, because I can't afford to go back and check these all the time. Most artists, you get reliable links, but anything connected to Victor, you can't be sure. All right, let's have a look and see what's coming up here. So simply Christmas Day, the 12 reactions of Baka to watch Daniel Christmas dinner. I've got some fun stuff coming up for, well, I mean, as you guys might know, I don't really do Christmas. I eat the chicken, but I don't really do Christmas. But I've got some plans for this year, so I'm going to set some stuff that I'm going to record in advance and have available on Christmas Day, so you guys can enjoy it. But yeah, no, we're going to have some good stuff. Christmas and New Year's especially is going to be some really interesting stuff. Lots of little hidden secrets and cool things in the bag waiting to come out. But yes, 12 days, 12 reactions of Baka will be quite funny. Harold to Purple. There are several radio programs do top hundreds. That's true, actually. There is a top 100 thing, but I don't think as popular as the top 40 on BBC Radio 1. As popular as the top 40 was in the 90s or 80s, perhaps. I mean, obviously, I don't think the top 40 on BBC even exists anymore because no one really pays any attention to it, unfortunately. Now it seems what's popular isn't dictated by the charts in the West so much as by social media attention and memes. And this is the way things gain their popularity. So the charts are not such a big thing in the West anymore. But in Japan, it's certainly still taken seriously because it's the idea that you put your money where your mouth is. People still buy music. I know streaming is a really big upcoming thing in Japan as well, but people still physically buy music or buy the digital downloads at least. So it's maintained its value to have streaming. To have charting. All right, so have a look at some of the things that's being said here. Then Howard, you know about it's really hard reading Japanese and English. Hanafugetsu, pre-Wagaki band trio of Yuko Suzuhana on piano and Koto and Shikauchi. I think it might have been you, Lenny, who gave me a link to that. Someone gave me a link, and it might have been you. And that is something I will be reviewing. I've got so many things in the barrel. I'm getting more things lined up, but that's one that I will be doing. But yeah, that I just saw like the first few seconds of that. Stop. I'm going to review this properly. It looked really good. So I'm going to back up. It'd be really good for someone like me who's into that kind of thing, who's into traditional Japanese music. Anyone who's been following like this whole thing before it was Baka Breakdown might remember I spent some time. I went to a small town actually, quite near to Tokyo, which is very famous for traditional Japanese music. And I sat down and actually had a shamisen session with like some traditional musicians. It was really amazing, especially considering we were in there hiding from the rain because it was this monsoon outside. So we were just all hiding inside playing. Brilliant. So yeah, I got a love trip for traditional Japanese music. I wish I had a Koto there. Here's a link to the thread on Reddit for sharing suggestions. Thank you, Harry. Nicely done. Good point. Zinf, do giveaways count towards the album sales in charts? No, they don't. I think I remember Metal Galaxy coming with some of the ticket purchases. Yeah, you cannot chart on something that wasn't sold. This unless something's changed. This I'm pretty sure is never going to change. I know what you mean, but those copies, the reason they're given away free, again, it's like I was saying, if the record company is confident, they'll do it to influence word of mouth, to get people saying, hey, listen to this, and then their friends go, oh yeah, I've got to buy that. But you can't chart off of freebies, even if they're, even if it's like fan clubs, anything like that, you cannot chart off of freebies. But good question, very good question. So look here, Fernando, Harry, that's the subreddit channel that I post my suggestions. That's cool then, Fernando. If you post them in there, then don't worry, they are going to be reviewed. I'm pretty sure I've already done one or two that your name was attached to anyway. But like I say, there is a lot of them on this hard drive for good reason that are not uploaded yet. I am trying to get myself a long way ahead so that I can start doing some other material to go alongside this stuff. So I want to get like I'm trying to think of a good number, but I was thinking like 2 videos a week. Sorry, 2 videos a day. Trying to think how many is that to fill up a month. That's 60 videos. Like I said, I've got 28 in the barrel at the moment. So I might get up to something like 45, and then I can just sort of stop recording for a little while, focus on some other things for the channel, and see how that goes. But anyway, let's have a look at some of the other comments. Radio play seems a big thing in Japan. Bandmate have been blitzing radio stations all over. Radio play, not as big as it used to be, I think, same as the rest of the world, but still, yeah, much bigger in Japan than it is in other places. People do still look to the charts. They do still look to radio play to get these sorts of things. I mean, you've got to remember, social media is quite different in Japan. People use social media, but as a general, it's a more insular thing. This is why, for example, with a lot of bands, if I want to find out what's going on, I subscribe to their Line account, which is, technically totally private. I mean, if they send you a Line message and you respond, no one else sees it. It's not like commenting on a public post. All kinds of things like that. I mean, social media as a general, people are less comfortable about the openness of social media, which is why Facebook struggled to take off in Japan, because it's the idea that you and your boss and your director of your company and your dog walker can all be on the same level and able to see everything about each other's lives. It doesn't really fit in with the Japanese ethos. I've read a few things that have kind of supported this theory. And so as a result, people don't get their musical opinions so much from social media, which has kind of protected things like the charts and radio play as valid sources of musical discovery and musical opinion as well. Let's have a look here. So Lenny, okay, it looks like Scandal full albums are available on Amazon streaming. Thank you, that's good. I'll try and mention that in the next track by track we do for Scandal. I've got so many things I want to get started on the. I want to get the Scandal and the Silent Siren ones going, I think, and also I have to do the Wisely Brothers as well. So I've got the Wisely Brothers album, but then I think because we've got so many Scandal and Silent Siren ones to do, I think I'm just going to sort of run like one Scandal, one Silent Siren, Scandal, Silent Siren, like that, just chronologically as I go through all their albums, and just try and sort of knock both those bands together and just have them going on an almost daily basis, might be what I'm doing. So let's have a look here. I haven't listened to Radio 1 in ages. I always just listen to a local station, says Purple. Yeah, local stations are a lot better. It was about 2012 I found internet radio on my little red phone. I still have this. Incidentally, I'll just quickly mention before I say this, you guys might know that now we've got 1,000 subscribers, technically speaking, I can now do mobile streaming, and I was going to take you guys out and sort of do this out and about today. However, my phone literally totally died like a couple of days before we were going to do this, and this phone only has a camera in the back, not in the front, so it's really difficult to do live streaming while you walk with it. But yeah, anyway, this little phone was the one that introduced me in 2012. I think it was when I first got it, to the idea of internet radio, and you can just stream any real, proper real radio stations from anywhere in the world. So it's just like, okay, and I was just tuning into Japanese stations all the time, so that was cool. Mainly for jingles on the different adverts, radio adverts, jingles are the best. Totally, I agree. I love those. I remember so many from my childhood when like my dad was listening to the radio in the kitchen and I overhear it. There's just always little jingles and things that get you. Most people remember like TV adverts, but for me it was always radio adverts I remembered. Bubbles testing, finally I can post again. What did you do to upset the internet, Bubbles? Did you post something bad? Is this an important sales cycle for bands around December in Japan? Yeah, usually, which is strange. I think it's weird when you're trying to be international, because if you're trying to be an international band, like we mentioned with Bandmate, there's so many people who've pre-ordered this album who are not going to get it because of Christmas Post. Christmas Post is not a problem in Japan, really, but it is in the rest of the world. So it's interesting when they do that. Anyway, Harry, Scandal have been doing a TV and radio blitz lately also. Tomo live streamed her DJ performance today, so it's available on her stories. I did see one of her live stream DJ sets before, actually. This was a month or so ago. But I've got to admit, the Scandal stuff, I hate to say it, I'm not seeing anything from Scandal. I'm seeing it online, but I'm not seeing it. Not physically out there. Even in the record shops, walking around the record shops, nothing. It bothers me. Because I think Scandal deserve better. They do deserve so much better than they're getting. And this new album seems like it's going to be awesome. I hope coming up to it that we get to see a lot more of them. I really do. Seems like the Wisely Brothers. Yeah, that one I've been sandbagging on that for a while because I've been trying to find a good place to put it in where it works. And like I said, I wanted to do that one off the back of Best Scandal. So that's where it's going to fit in. We're going to have Best Scandal and then Wisely Brothers, and then after Wisely Brothers we'll move on to the next chronological Silent Siren album and then move through that way. Sounds like here. Silent Siren new video, Hero. I posted a suggestion yesterday. Sorry, I don't know if you joined after I said this, but that video is coming tomorrow. Don't worry. The Hero reaction of Hero and the new Perfume song, both done. They're both coming tomorrow. Along with the next from Scandal and Bandmate. So there's going to be 4 videos dropped Sunday. It's going to be a busy one. Harry, was going to let you know about Howard since it is in Tokyo with free admission. However, no visit to Discord yesterday. Oh, the DJ, sir. That's okay. I mean, to be honest, although I really appreciate it, I've been pretty busy actually. It's really hard when I do these weekends in Tokyo. I have literally every hour planned. It's very difficult to find time. So yeah, I appreciate it. But I probably wouldn't have had time. Unfortunately, it's the sort of thing I'd have to know a week in advance and made plans for it. I still can't log into my Discord while I'm away from home, unfortunately. I have to get Discord sorted out on this computer, which again, haven't had time for that. Bubs, what's our backer jingle? The one that you hear at the beginning of every video. You are hearing that right. PFP haven't finished the jingle yet. Oh man, the PFP thing is not going to die. I promise you that. So yeah, and by the way, finally the little merchandise things like T-shirts and stuff. That's gonna be coming in January as well. There's a lot of stuff coming in January. That was supposed to be coming in November. It's been delayed. It's been delayed again. But in January, we can really settle down. There's a lot of things happening at New Year that have to get sorted out. Have to get some visa things sorted out as well. But it's all looking good. I just need to get my money paid and get everything sorted. And then January is great. We're going to have the studio is going to be set up with all the stuff that you guys are sending, which I really appreciate. All the stuff you're buying. It's going to be so good. And again, that Patreon money, I can't say enough. That Patreon money has been a total savior. It's really helped sort out the studio and so many things. So again, massive appreciation for that. That and we need Beerspiration. We've got Beerspiration, my friend. Is it possible to do a Bon Tempi Christmas song? Maybe. If I find a Bon Tempi, I'll just use a synth. I've done a few Christmas songs before, but most of my Christmas songs are quite sarcastic. So we are going to post the. I don't think we posted it yet, but I'm going to post the Christmas special of last year when we were doing the Sapporo broadcast before Backer Breakdown. We did a Christmas special. And that was the last episode, actually, of the Sapporo broadcast. So I'm going to be posting that on the OneDrive for anyone who wants to hear it, so you can enjoy it. That'll be our Christmas special coming up as well. Bubbles, James, and me, all 3 of us are on that one. Sven, somebody said that Haruna sang at Thomas DJ event. Oh, that would have been cool. I didn't know about that. With auto-tune pot squeak. Oh, hush. I finally learned how to share bear pics on Discord. Yes, Lenny. That's not necessarily a good thing, Lenny. I hope you are not too sad that there aren't many Yuka scenes in Saiso's new music video. That's the kind of spoiler I don't need to hear. Yeah, so that one, that Yeah, well, actually, the reaction for that, I'm doing that like after the live stream, but it's all set up and ready to go. Don't tell me too much. But yeah, I was fearful that might be true. No bias. I hear a lot of things, and some of it's real. Now I'm really confused. What are you talking about, Bubs? Sven, I don't. Well, Tom and I kind of have been too busy, and there are other bands to work on PFP songs and recording. Bubs, they may just be back a spirit animal at this stage. Thank you. And I don't know, a Scandal from Twitter posted this. Maybe there is something available on Thomas or Hannah's story. Yes, Queen Kong's birthday is over now. Queen Kong's birthday is over now. Does Scandal have a problem with the same name Patti Smith band, like X Japan or Amazon Stream? Both Scandals are mixed together. Let's go. All right, a few comments on this, so I'm skipping through that because a lot of that seems like you guys are talking between you, so I'm just kind of I get a lot of those questions that aim towards other people's channel. By the way, hey, if you're in here and you haven't liked the stream and you're enjoying the stream, pop me a like, because it actually does help quite a lot. Just any likes and things we get on this channel helps to keep everything elevated, and just trying to get a nice traffic of people through, keep the videos visible, because so long as YouTube's sharing his videos so people can see them, that's great. Thank you. I can see a couple of likes coming in now. Really appreciate that. Just have a quick look at the video that I just posted before we came on live. Oh yeah, one thing I want to say, obviously, surprisingly, it seems almost redundant now, but like on the last live stream, we were kind of saying, fingers crossed, maybe by next weekend we'll have 1,000 subscribers. We've got 1,048 now. I mean, massive increase in subscriber gain. I think once you cross 1,000 subscribers, I think YouTube must just start sharing your stuff a little bit more liberally. We'll check the stats to see if that's the case, but suddenly our subscriber base has really shot up, which is nice. Like I said, I mean, I've noticed people come and go over the last few days, but as a general, it's been a very strong increase. And I think one of the things that really strikes me about that is that, the whole point on this channel is the discussion thing. I think people watching the videos and they're subscribing, that means they are actually enjoying that discussion element. So I'm hoping we get more people in, either who are just wanting to listen to discussions, read what other people are writing, read opinions, or who want to get actively involved. But no, I'm really encouraged to see the people coming along, especially considering some of it seems to have been driven by the Scandal reactions. And the Scandal reactions, there's no reaction in it at all. It's totally review. Trying to look at some of the comments that have come up on the video that I just posted. So it's just put to recommendation of the guitar battle. Oh yeah, Riff Raff's mentioned the guitar battle. That's another thing that's coming up on the reactions. Also, yeah, that's great. That's cool. So an upcoming action. Just found out Bandmate will play themselves in the upcoming action thriller movie Kate. So there's an action thriller movie called Kate coming up in which they will play themselves. Does anyone know anything about this? Let me know. So let's have a look here. Sorry, Scandal fan. It's all right, Scandal fans are allowed to be Scandal fans here. I wish I could do more Scandal. I'm going to catch up on the Scandal, and then soon I will be able to be a Scandal fan too, once I've heard enough. You've got to hear a certain limit. I don't want to be like one of those people who walks around with the Rolling Stones t-shirts on just because they had sympathy for the devil and nothing else, and they're like, yeah, I really love the Rolling Stones. To like Scandal, you must hear enough Scandal. So maybe after I've got through like the Bon de Mondor and like a few albums, then we'll know. So let's see. CMC, like background, even if you don't really like him, yes, like me. Even if you don't like me, just like me, for my sake. Wait, there's a light behind my hand, so yeah. Anyway, Bubs, CMC, it's our mantra. Like a breakdown, it's about customer focus. Oh God, yeah. Me and Bubs worked in a call center once upon a time, many a moon ago. So when he says things like customer focus, I immediately feel my brain just dying. Just a few cells just fall out of my ear, out the nose. Seriously, nothing like customer service pop. Absolutely nothing like it. Well, that's my cheese takeaway ordered. Chinese takeaway. I thought it was cheese takeaway. Chinese takeaway ordered. Well, congratulations. Enjoy your Chinese takeaway. I've actually got to walk down the road and get my food after this. Yeah, I think after this I'm going to do like 2 reactions, get something to eat. I'm not going to get any sleep, and I need to wake up really early tomorrow. CMC, yes, Kate was Woody Harrelson in it. Has Woody Harrelson in it? Yeah, Woody Harrelson's awesome. It sounds like a remake of the Jason Statham film Crank in its idea, and Bame will be in it. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say this right now. They better not remake Crank. I'm gonna put this out there. I've never mentioned this before. In my opinion, Crank is an almost perfect film. There is nothing wrong with that film. That film is beautiful. It is the most insane, perfect. It's the right length. Every shot is fantastic. It's just brilliant. If someone remakes Crank, don't care who's in it, I will be angry. Do not remake Crank. That is all I'm saying. Do not do that. That makes me more angry than Bears. Okay, Bears make me angry. The remaking Crank will make me pissed. That film is brilliant. It's perfect. I don't want to hear it. You are really excited about the Wonder Woman. I am. That's one of the. That's one of the main things I'm reviewing Scandal for, is so I can get to the Wonder Woman. It's like a mixture between like a Japanese all-female rock band and hip hop. That's just that. I'm happy, and with a sense of humor. That's everything I need. Ivy Shy. Hey, Ivy, how you doing, man? Nice you own a button-down shirt. We started today. Yeah. I've got some button-down shirts. They're usually hidden though. We are the Wonder Woman. See, yes, Crank is almost the epitome of the worst possible film ever. Yeah, I know that you would disagree with me. I almost feel like you're doing it on purpose. According to Wikipedia, Miyavi's in K2. Oh, God. Let's not talk about Miyavi again. The guy's a great guitarist, but no film should be remade. Make new films don't. Oh, well, yeah, Purple Heart's totally right. I mean, there are some times when you can take something and you genuinely can make it better, but that is so rare. Crank with Bear actor. That's just a way to stop me watching it, isn't it? All that is missing is a bow tie. I virtually vowed I will never wear bow ties. I hate them. I think they're weird. I think they're really creepy. If I don't like them, they freak me out. I don't want to wear a bow tie. But thank you for the suggestion. No. There's so many things that I actually realize. There's so many really weird niche things that I hate. Bow ties are one of them. Yes, he is in full-on hipster chic today. Oh, I will jump down the internet and punch you if you say that again. It appears to be a Netflix movie. Oh, God. Well, actually, no. Hold up. That's wrong with me. Netflix have actually... I'm still sort of carrying the echoes of when Netflix used to put out crap. They actually put out some really good films now. And first of all, I think we should actually start giving Netflix more credit, because considering the cinema seems to have lost originality, there are some new films, but there's so little original material coming out in the cinema. It's nice that Netflix are promoting really original films. I mean, come on, when Martin Scorsese has to come to Netflix because his new movie with Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci can't find room in the cinema, but we can have room for 4 Marvel movies a year, you know something's wrong. So Netflix, actually, yes, I forget why I said Netflix are cool. Harry, Howard needs see Rena in her Chiari spelling dress for the Almond Crush song. Oh, Chiari is in KPP. Well, you got the spelling right for that. Well, then I definitely need to see that, because that sounds amazingly weird. 1362. Hello, I thought you were already here. Hello. Sven, just the eyes. Bubs, simply Crank is the best this to happen to movie drinking games since Shoot 'em Up. Shoot 'em Up was directed in a very similar style, but it didn't have quite the same level of insanity. It was a similar thing, actually. I think they both kind of came off the back, but it did have Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti makes everything better. Penguin, for sure. Seems it. Yes, he's in full hipster chic today. I'll say it again. Fight you for a caravan pot. For a caravan? Oh, is this a hipster thing? I don't know. I don't know what hipsters want. Can you remember the first film you saw at cinema? Yes, I can. It was actually the first Jurassic Park. I remember because my mum took me to see it because I was young and I was so doing. I was young and I really liked dinosaurs when I was a little kid. And my mum was like, "Oh, you must see Jurassic Park." And I remember thinking, "Hey, this is actually wow." It's really like it's a great. I think that's a great first film to see. I'm really happy that was the first film I saw in the cinema because that's a great first film to see. Um, and I've always loved film ever since. And I like as you guys probably know, I used to do movie reviews for a magazine a few years back as well. Quite a few years back now, unfortunately. But it was something where the movie thing is difficult because it's such a complex thing to explain. It's so opinion based, and stories can connect to people in such a difficult way. I find it very difficult to really do reviews for movies that don't just come across totally subjective to opinion. I find music, which is obviously my first love, is something which is much easier to talk to people about because you can explain your thinking in a more clear way. I tend to find. Mine was re-release of Disney's Jungle Book. That's a pretty cool one as well, though, because at least it's a movie of imagination. The first film I saw in the cinema was the original Star Wars. This is why we had that Star Wars chat the other day. Wonder is Dolphinism will come into play during one of the reviews this week. So basically, it's hints for something I'm not going to know for like another month until I get round to it. Thanks. Sven, the MV for this Almond Crush song is weird. Okay, I think we're talking about stuff that I haven't seen from Scandal yet, so I'm not going to spoil it myself for it. Fernando, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's an interesting one. I think I saw that when I was really young on like a VHS at home or something. That is one that I think my dad might have shot, or maybe it was on TV or something. That's one I saw that when I was very young, but I haven't seen it since. Bubs, I think Gremlins was mine. I remember it because the Gremlins started attacking the mother. My dad had to take crying me out of the cinema. Oh, Gremlins is a really interesting one. It starts off so cute. That's the one where she beats the crap out of them, isn't it? Like in the kitchen. And one goes into the microwave or something and gets exploded. CMZ, yes, Harry, Dolphinism. Yeah, again, I'm not going to jump ahead on the Scout stuff. So while I'm up to date, I'm just going to check this film, Kate, IMDb. 2000. Oh no, I might have gone to the wrong one. Action thriller. Well, Woody. Oh, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I like her. I think she's a good actress. I think she's very underrated. Miyavi. Oh no. Don't have Miyavi. Let's have a look. So there's no word of band made in there, but that'll probably come up later. So what is it? There's no information on what it's about either. I've had 24 hours to get vengeance on her before she dies. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is kind of like that whole thing when they said that the Hunger Games just sounded like a remake of Battle Royale. And to be honest, I didn't really like the Hunger Games, but at least it was different from Battle Royale. It wasn't just the same thing. Yeah, I look at this and I was just like, I don't know. It just doesn't sound like this is a good thing to do. This doesn't sound like a good idea. Anyway, but I don't know. I might be totally off. I might love the film. But just at the moment, I'm just worried. Anything like this, it sounds a little bit too cranky. And we haven't had a third crank yet, which will probably come in like 15 years when everyone's run out of money. So look here. Bubs, Gremlins is also an Xmas movie. Yeah, it is actually, because it's like the snow's a big part of it. But did you notice there's this whole thing about electrocution, but they're all standing in snow during this whole thing, and like snow and water, and they really get confused about the physical laws of electrocution a lot of the time in that film. I'm not going to leave that be. It's so weird when a Japanese song album artist with a German name, when you are German. Which one? Which artist were we talking about? Not Scandal, is it? Scandal isn't a German word, is it? Is it? Maybe it is. Fernando, Ian Fleming, James Bond fame, wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I knew that actually. I've forgotten that, but the minute you said that, yeah, I was like, I've heard that before. Interesting point. Interesting point. Yeah, I remember being told that a while ago. I think it's the Three Musketeers for me. Not sure. Just remember my parents telling me to child the Usher I'm 13 because it was a PG-13. I was 4. Wow, you must have been one mature-looking 4-year-old. Or they must have just been very dumb, very dumb. But credit where it is due. What Musketeers? I mean, which one? 1993 film with Charlie Sheen. I think I might have seen that. I can't remember. So you were 4. So at least we know when you were born now, Zim. You were born in 1989. Congratulations, you turned 30 this year. CMT, I suppose Bandmate are hoping for a reaction, however bad the film is, like Rammstein got in, Triple X with Vin Diesel. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against Bandmate featuring in it. It's just like, I don't know, usually when bands or musical artists appear in films, it's usually not good films. The thing is, it's got a lot of people who I really like in it. It's got Mary Elizabeth Winstead, it's got Woody Harrelson. That's an immediate. Just if you told me those two are starring in a film, I'll be there pretty quickly anyway. Actually, let's see what the director's done before. If it's got a good director, I might go see it when it comes out. Cedric Nicholas Troyan. What's he done before? The Ring and those Snow White films with Charlize Theron. Okay, that's not exactly ultra promising, but I don't really know enough to say that's a bad thing. Okay, I might well watch that. If it's definitely got Bandmate in, I might give it a chance just to show support. Let's have a look here. Bubs, I remember that one with Chris O'Donnell for Batman Disaster. It was good. He was the one who was Robin, wasn't he, in the really awful films? But give it a go to the 60s one. Harry, No Scandal is the name of a gentleman's club in a suburb. Well, I know that's the name of where the band got it from. That's kind of not what you know what I mean. And this is Bowie and Labyrinth. Then it's an amazing film. Yeah, actually, well, that film had lots and lots of problems with it, but it overcame them with charm. And I remember that was another film. I saw that when I was really, really young. I remember that film look back at it now and it does look really, really cheesy and weird. And there's awful green screen stuff in it on occasion. But actually, when I saw that at the time, when I was really, really little, it was quite, it was one of those films that really sort of grabs your imagination. Like there was that scene where she opens her bedroom door and just like the world's gone. And it was like, oh, wow, this is like really imaginative. And I remember that really, really, that caught my imagination when I was younger. So even though that film was probably a little bit before my time, actually, yeah, I think it probably was. It was more of an 80s film, from what I remember. Still, that's a good childhood film as well. But at this stage, the jokes write themselves after that tidbit. What New Year's going to be like in Japan? You'll just have to find out, won't you? Subscribe. No, it's going. CMC Keith Richards in Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, that was ridiculous. Partly because those films were bad, but secondly because everyone said it was like Johnny Depp was doing a Keith Richards impression, but it wasn't. And then Keith Richards just turned up and, in my opinion, made a bit of a fool of himself. And just that entire scene was really cringe-inducing. Yeah, just everything about that. Just someone's made like a meme joke, and you guys are taking it seriously. And it's not funny. And oh wow, you're all millionaires, and this is like an in joke, isn't it? No, I didn't like that. I thought that was a bad film, and I thought that was an awkward scene as well. The first film was okay, but everything after the first film was total crap. Just unwatchably boring. And unintelligibly unfoldable as well. Yes, I do have strong opinions about movies, just like with music. Sorry. Penguin. No, Scandal is not a German word. German words usually don't feather a C by itself. It's either or. Yeah. I kind of figured it sounded a little bit weird for German. So what were you talking about? let me know. I found the first Pirates film fun. Everything else sucked. Yeah, basically, I agree with him. The first one was fun because it was a bit of novelty. It was a bit strange and crazy and weird. But then after, it's like the rest were just so up themselves, and the story was totally impossible to follow. Bubs, Keith Richards in Pirates of the Caribbean. He looked like in a dodgy costume. Yeah, he looked like he just walked out of like a bad Halloween party. Or they found themselves chic as the order of the day for him. What makes me cringe, it wasn't at the time, but now even more so afterwards, is I just imagine the meeting where they go, oh, Johnny Depp's character, everyone thinks he's like Keith Richards. What if we had Keith Richards turn up? Oh, that would be so funny. And just imagine the meeting where they're all patting themselves in the background. Oh, this is going to be so hilarious. And then it's not. I find Johnny Depp a little overrated, to be honest. I find him a lot over. He's a good actor. He's a good actor, but he's not like this. Well, I mean, at least now people calm down about him, but at the time he just got this. Everyone was like, "Oh, he's the greatest actor alive." You're like, what are you watching that's making you think this? Not many of his films I enjoy. He can do good stuff, but not much. Well, I think mainly because he's just been in a lot of crap films. But when he was basically, if anyone's seen Mordecai, that'll stop you thinking that he's the best. CMC, Pirates of the Caribbean? Because it's got an F. Versus Crank versus Pirates of the Caribbean 3.146 Crank -2. I have no idea what you're talking about, man. It sounds like you're trying to program yourself a movie order. Purple Heart, PFP needs a Spinal Tap style film. Yes. When they finally get around to, debuting. I really want to know what CMC was talking about there. I'm so confused with all the numbers he's put on there. But CMC and his concluded the football results. Oh, okay. Does that make sense to you? Is that how football results are done? Because it doesn't look like it to me. I don't know. I really don't understand. Zimph, I enjoyed Depp's role in Nightmare on Elm Street. Cough. Because with the hands and the scissors and yeah. I get you. Fernando, Johnny is a good actor, but he let his fame get to his head. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. He's a good actor, but I'm not surprised he let his fame get to his head because, I mean, apart from the fact he was a little bit weird and kooky to begin with, people just really went on this bandwagon about he's the greatest thing ever. Just blew him out of all proportion. I'm not surprised. I'm kind of like, to be honest, I hate to say it, but Robert Downey Jr., he's not that amazing. He's a good actor, but he's not like, wow. But just because he did that Iron Man thing now, everyone's gone crazy about him, and it just doesn't make sense in my opinion. But there you go. So, I think there's some actors who they get a certain role and they get so beloved for that role that people start blowing sunshine up their asses, and it kind of, it takes a person who could have always been normal, maybe a person who was a bit weird before already, and takes them to a weirder place. Seems like yes, viewers, that's the sports score for today. Now an advert for Toilet Roll. Tune in next week. No idea what happened. That was all confusion to me. Perhaps sings jingle for Charmin. Charmin's a Toilet Roll. Then okay. I enjoyed the first Pirates movie, but they got old fast. Yeah, I agree. Harry's in. I agree with both of you. It kind of makes sense. I think they got old fast because they ran out of plots. The first one had a storyline, then they had no storylines at all after that. So we ran out of ideas now. Oh, who's the director Johnny Depp always work with? I'm not overly keen on his stuff either. Are we talking about? Oh God, I forgot his name now. Yeah, the one who did like Beetlejuice and all of that. Always, Tim Burton. Tim Burton. Right, so I've got something coming in here. There's a really long comment on the video that I can't read off the phone now. I'll check that later. So look here. John Depp has a big alcohol problem. Really? I mean, if he does, he's married, so I'm assuming his wife is helping him with that. He is married, isn't he? Tim Burton, yes. Watch Camp Lynn and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Yeah, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, he was really good in that. But, I'm sorry, that one role doesn't make you a great actor. He's okay. That's the best I can say for Robert Downey Jr. He's okay. He's not a bad actor. He's fine having him in the cinemas, but I don't think he's this great thing that everyone else makes out just because he did Iron Man. I don't like Robert Downey Jr. as Fernando as an actor. He has no acting skills at all. I think he has skills, but nothing that will wow you. He can get through as a convincing at his type of role. He has certain types of roles he does them. He's great, but yeah, he doesn't have like range. Doesn't seem to have any range, to be honest. Let's hint them. Evil Verbs, Howard for Robert Downey. Hey. For example, Firm Planet, Faraway Planet. The new album Otherworld has that's interesting. Okay, so you're kind of noticing, it's not one thing you're noticing, like little tidbits. Yeah, that makes sense. I know that obviously it's like Germany and France are two European countries who the Japanese have quite an interest in. So it doesn't surprise me that that's come up, but that's interesting that you mentioned that, actually. Thank you. Yeah, I'll keep my eye out for that, actually. An Otherworld, that's the name of it. Yeah. Lenny, I haven't seen it yet, but I heard that Werner Herzog is stealing the show in Mandalorian. Haven't seen that either. To be honest, I'm not a Star Wars fan, so it would be kind of difficult for me to get around to it. Especially a TV series. You know, a movie I can bring myself to watch, but TV series, that's a lot of commitment for someone who doesn't have much time. But yeah, credit if they're doing a good job, then good for them, definitely. But Tim Burton and Johnny Depp. Yes, the dynamic duo. TMZ, Woody Harrelson also seriously overrated. Ted Danson carries him for years, and he is still riding the vapors of that fame now. Yeah, Woody Harrelson's a difficult one. He is not, again, he's not as good, I think, maybe as the ratings. Gilkey, he doesn't have a huge amount of range, but sometimes he does something and you just go, wow. Like he did that film, like the mock superhero one, Defender. And he was really good in that. He was really convincing. He can be really good, but I think a lot of the time he kind of phones in performances. That's my big problem with Woody Harrelson, actually. I think that he probably does have the skill, but we never see it because he phones in a lot of performances doing easy roles. That's my take. Anyway, tell me what you think. I like some of his movies, but him, Depp, Helen Bonham Carter, not for me. So the whole Burton crowd. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of any of them either. Not against them, just like nothing they do really makes me go wow that much. But Werner does for episode he is in, by comparison with Deadpan Delivery. Okay, again, I don't know that, so I'll skip on that. Then Bubs, why are you getting blocked and disappearing? Nasty Mario is drunk with power. It's CMC. He doesn't like what you're saying, so he deletes it. Penguin Dip is very unreliable and late at sets. There is the domestic violence thing that I've heard as well. Yeah. Me and James did a comedy skit on the radio show we were doing last year where we quite royally took the piss out of Johnny Depp because the Crimes of Grindelwald had just come out, and we did a sketch called The Crimes of Johnny Depp where we did it like being called The Crimes of Johnny Depp. So and one of them's always late for appointments, and he's really, really boring. And it's like he's sort of just listing all of the things that are just kind of nauseating nowadays about Johnny Depp. That's also he and the domestic violence thing allegedly, because no one knows. So yes, that was something we took the piss out of quite royally before. But then he no idea. It wasn't even rude, sick jokes. I don't know. I've got it on. I've changed the settings so nothing should get deleted unless it's like obviously spam. So if you're linking stuff, sometimes it can get deleted. But if you're not linking anything, you should be fine. Let me know. Harry, Baby Yoda is stealing the show in Mandalorian. Laugh my ass off. Yeah, that's an interesting one, actually. I mean, that's probably one of those things I'm interested to know is that just because it's a cute little character or what? Bubs, Lenny are out to get me. Oh, no one's out to get you. It's all in your head. Where was I? So, Purple, wait, there is one Tim Burton film I like. Michael Keaton Batman. Yeah, that's a good one, actually. he did a good job of that. I think that was a movie that suited him really well. You know, sometimes you get a movie that just suits the actor or suits the director, and they really shine in it. Even though usually they don't shine in other things, they really shine in it just because it was the right project for them. It suited them perfectly. To be honest, I think two of the actors who I have the most respect for at the moment are like Paul Giamatti, and if he got more roles, Edward Norton. I think Edward Norton's fantastic. He's a really good actor. And that came to my mind because he was in that film Birdman with Michael Keaton, which was, if you haven't seen it, really great film. Very often films get like Oscar nominations, and they're just kind of like critics' films and not really films that anyone can enjoy, and not so accessible. I think Birdman is the perfect example of a film that is both really artistically brilliant, beautifully performed, and very accessible as well to sort of general crowds. So that's a good one. Let's have a look at some of the other things that have been coming up here. Wait, there is one to. Oh, yeah. Johnny Depp has always very versatile in his roles until he did the pirate movies. At the point, he got typecast and lost his sanity. Like I say, it's not that he doesn't have talent. I just don't think that he is this thing that people made him out to be. And I think that's what, from what you're saying, that's kind of the same thing. When he got to the Pirates movies, suddenly he got all famed for doing that. He got typecast for doing that, and that was such a big thing compared to anything else he'd done. That was who he was. Now you're going to be this guy, and it was difficult for him, and I think that kind of showed. Like you said, I think it showed in his private life. I think it showed in his behaviour. I think just everything went a bit weird. I think he only did that film so that his kids could see him, because most of his other films were very adult focused. So he did this one for his kids, and it seems to, at least from the little I know, seems to have turned him into a drug addict. There's only one Vin Diesel: emotional depth, empathy, and vast. Beautiful. Yes, no, it is true that Vin Diesel is truly the greatest actor alive. Again, though, credit where it's due. He knows the types of films he could do, and he just does those films. He doesn't try and veer outside of his comfort zone. So, credit to him for at least having the sense not to try and appear in something that he shouldn't. Or at least from what I know. Tell me if he has. Bubs, which Paul Giamatti in Billions watch with Damian Lewis? It gets serious acting chops and dialogue between the two. Yeah, actually, Damian Lewis is really good as well. He's quite underrated. He can be brilliant at times. I really want to watch that TV show, but again, it's not. I don't have enough time to watch TV series. They're too long. Music is the best thing in the world. You can consume it once, you can consume it a million times. It's a short thing, and it gets so much from it. So music is always the perfect art form. Not that I don't love movies, but yeah, music is always the best one to consume. Bubs, Vin in Boiler Room and the giant robot movie. Oh yeah, he did the Iron Giant, didn't he? I don't know Boiler Room. He did Iron Giant. He did that one repeated line in the Marvel movie. He did like Pitch Black, where all he had to do was be grumpy and moody. Fine. Fast and Furious, where all he had to do was be moody. Fine. He knows what rules he can do, and he does them. So I find it hard to criticize something like that, because I think, well, people are giving him a lot of money and saying, "Hey, do this." Would we turn it down in this position? No, you'd say, "You're going to give me money to do this? Cool." But at least he doesn't take on things he can't do. So credit where it's due, I think. And of course, The Rock is awesome in everything. But again, my feeling about The Rock is kind of the same thing. It's like, well, people are giving him money to do this, and he's making a shitload of money. I mean, whether he can act or not is almost beside the point. The guy takes on the roles that suit him. He does them. He gets paid. Credit. You can't criticize someone for that. Can't criticize someone for that at all. But in all fairness, to Vin Diesel, managed to bring back the big action star after they were starting to fade out. Yes, he did. And I know those kind of movies are just sort of dumb, stupid action star movies, but I think it kind of makes a nice change, considering now everything we get all the time. And I've complained about this before on this channel. I've got nothing against superhero movies, but I do get really bored of them now. So just anything that does not have a source material, I'm more excited to watch. Because anything with a source material is always trying to pander to a fan. So You're always trying to worry about drawing a certain balance or trying to get in a certain amount of storyline elements from the original text. I prefer things like that. Yeah, things that don't have the reliance on the source material. So I just learned Depp's an ideal musician for an Oasis app. I'm going to assume you're joking, and you're going to next tell me that the album is called The Bears of Hokkaido. Fernando, okay, I've got to run off. Dragons await slang. Have fun, folks. All right, man. Have a good time. I hope you're doing well, man. But anyway, great to talk to you, and have a good session. Take care. Speak to you soon. And CMC, bye for now. Oh yeah, okay. Ciao. Sven, I have to go now. I hope you enjoy Silent Siren's new song. Oh, I'm sure that I won't be overly disappointed. I'm sure it'll be great. And that reaction, amongst others, is coming tomorrow. So take care, Sven. See you later, man. Harry, Hulk Hogan movies made fabulous movies. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a single Hulk Hogan movie. Maybe one day I'll witness the artistic genius of Hulk Hogan. Harry, put some respect on his name, bro. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, The Rock did do a bit better than Hulk Hogan's Suburban Commando and Mr. Manny. With names like that, I'm not too surprised that I didn't see any of these movies then. Simply, Hulk Hogan couldn't lace his boots as far as acting skills is concerned. And Funded Paradise. Not joking, he played slide guitar on Oasis' Be Here Now album. Wow, finding out that Johnny Depp likes Oasis and can even tolerate working with them. Oh wow, this guy doesn't make it easy for me to like him. That's all I can say. Anyway. Say your prayers and eat your vitamins, brother. Okay, this is all getting into sort of talk that I wouldn't understand. That's fine. We're getting into the weird land now. So, let me have a look and see what I got here. I'm going to focus on what's easy for me to enjoy. No bias. No bias. No bias. No bias. I think I kind of like this album. Okay, so yeah, that's nice. I mean, I was in the secondhand book off shop. I managed to get like special edition copies of the album because it's quite old as well. So quite a lot of material to go through there. That's cool. What else did I buy? Did I buy anything else which is particularly useful? I bought this light that we're all seeing my face illuminated by. Yeah, so it was a pretty productive day. Nothing huge happened, but it was good. And then I did the video. Let's see how many views that video's got. I posted that a few minutes before I came on to do the live chat. So the official score is 176, but the real streaming score is 153. So somehow, apparently, the streaming score is less. So maybe Russian bots have been watching this video. Okay, so let's have a little look through some of the stuff here. And it's got 23 likes, 4 comments. That's good. That's good. Nice start. I think a lot of people were probably upset about my Scandal Space Ranger review. It did get a whole one dislike because of the fact that I didn't know that was a single. I didn't know it was their debut single. Really weird that that's a single, especially the debut single, to go for something that nichey and unchorus focused as your debut single. But then again, they were young, fair enough. Credit where it's due. You can't complain about that. All right, let's have a look here. So corrected the Mirage video as well. 14 comments. I should probably check because some of them are probably going, hey, what the hell is this? So look here. Hulk Hogan was awesome in Three Ninjas at Mega Mountain. Just everything about that name makes me go, Harry, no bias. Of course, there's no bias, no bias, no bias, no bias on here at all, no bias. This channel has no bias. Or in response to no bias, I died when you changed the cover to a card. Yeah, I had to do that. when I first took the album out of the thing, I opened it, and you can't see this because I was using like the camera that I have on the glasses that I can put on the glasses. I was using that to film it, and I first took it out, and I was really confused because there was a white thing over the cover. And I actually started looking at it slightly down, so it wasn't in camera focus. And then I noticed that I took it on out, and it was the Miku cover. I was like, okay, this is just the standard cover. And I realized that the Akane one was just like an insert that's just like elastic banded onto the front, and you just take it out and put it in yourself. So I thought, well, I've got to do that for the camera. Yeah, the no bias thing. I want to start using the no bias thing as the channel hashtag. It seems to be not really used by anyone else. So I think that should be like our thing to take advantage of the no bias hashtag, make that our thing. So I'm going to start using that a little bit more every time it's relevant, just for a bit of fun. Because it's nice, because it's true that the channel we do everything without bias, but it's also nice because it highlights the irony of every review. It's impossible to do a review that is completely lacking in bias, because obviously to have an opinion is to have a bias. So it's nice because it's kind of like a funny double-edged sword of truth and irony. So we'll look here. Then Reiki Saiki announced today she is back training in the wrestling ring. Oh, that was the one. She was the one from Deadlift Lolita, wasn't she? The girl who is the wrestler and the singer, I think. Cool. Good to hear that she's back. CMC, Hulk Hogan, and Awesome Ian. Same sentence, does not compute. Brains dying to hurt. Oh, we need to get you some water. Just pour it on your head. Cool yourself down. Babs, you're right. He's no tiny lister. No idea what you're talking about. And then, how about Hulk Hogan used his backstage powers to make him look awesome and very we're definitely into some territory where I don't know. Harry, Strange Okoye Moyo and Kagura were on the first EP and released as Tower Records exclusive singles before reaching the song. Okay, yeah, I mean, like I said recently, I found out that the Scandal had 7 singles, 13 songs and 7 singles, and more than half of the album was singles. But I found that out after I'd done most of the album and listened through already. So, that's truth. Not even your powers can make it work. Sorry, Sony. Just the word Sony appears. Oh yeah, because you said song epic. Yes, Sony epic. Position myself nice and comfortable. You guys notice that I always am sitting on like a rollout sleeping thing, kind of wherever I am. Even when I go to a net cafe, I sleep on the rollout futon thing. Why not? Why ever not? Alright guys, just to let you know, we've got about 10 minutes before we're going to wrap this one up, because like I said, we're only doing an hour and a half today. I've got a few things to do after this, a couple of reactions to film, still at the ring pool, don't know why. So a couple of things to film and complete before I get to bed, and I've got an early morning, so we're going to be finishing this one up when we get to the hour. So yeah, actually, about 15 minutes, just wanted to let you guys know. Anyway, well, it seems all the unbiased Johnny Depp fans are leaving the live chat. Yeah, do you think that that's what happened? I upset a lot of Johnny Depp fans and they left. I probably should keep my opinions to music to avoid causing unnecessarily upset. Johnny for life. Not Johnny for pro-life, if you get what I mean. Anyway, let's have a look and see what everyone's saying. Purple, yeah, I've got to go now anyway, but thank you for the stream. It's been fun. Well, it's good to have you back, sir. No, we don't get to see you as much as we used to, so it's really great to have you back. Thank you, man. Good to see you. What we got here? Have you seen the Japanese TV show with the guitarist? Yeah, a lot of people are asking about the Ninganes bandmate thing, and Fernando just actually left a comment on that as well. Just to let you know, I will be reviewing that as well. I'm going to be doing a reaction to that. I've seen recently someone posted round 2. I did round 1, and I'm going to post round 2 as well. So let's see here. Johnny is live. This is weird. CMC, you need to apply mod filter to Howard, not Bubble. What? To me? What have I done wrong? If you apply mod filter to me, there'll just be no video. It'll just be like Discord. No, Howard's talking to you. I know, but I'm always supporting you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate it. Really appreciate it. And it's And yeah, I know that these are really awkward times for some people, so I try to make it the best time for everyone. So I just appreciate it. If anyone is able to come by, anyone is able to be in there in the comments. So to me, all that matters is so long as you're enjoying the videos. But it's nice when you're here and we're able to chat to you as well. So thank you. That's what matters. I really appreciate having you here, having you join the comments as always, man. So thank you as always. Definitely, definitely. Johnny Depp, intergender boxing champion, allegedly. What the hell is going on in this chat now? Hey Lenny, you are a moderator, so off you go. Have it. Let the anti-Howard rebellion begin. How is that gonna work? Yeah, feel free to try, lads. Feel free. All right, let's have a little look at the view analysis and see what's going on here. So yeah, the view counts have been really great last few days as well. So taking advantage of spending some time talking about the new Bandmate album. Yeah, just sort of like catching up on a lot of things that I thought people want to see as well. Views have been good, so we're in a good place right now. Check here, subscribers are really high. And it's suddenly we went through like a couple of really dark months. As anyone who's been following the channel for a while will know. When was it? I was looking at the statistics now. There's a sort of period. It started around about the end of August. Last week of August, the views went down quite a lot, and then we had this whole period during September. They were really low. October was, I think, the worst month on record since. October was the worst month since back in March. Yeah. April was when things started to pick up and I started doing the reactions more like we're doing now. But yeah, after April everything was good, and then in October we had this awful month. But then yeah, November things picked up, and now they're getting much better in December. So yeah, basically statistics have been pretty good recently. I think it's helped a lot by all the releases, especially on November the 5th when all of those new songs came out. Like we had Renee, Ninganess, Scandal. Those really kicked things into gear, and just been sort of riding a wave off of that. So this will hopefully get us through the new year when we get all the new stuff set up as well. Just to cover as well, by the way, if you're in this chat and you haven't pressed like yet, if you are enjoying this or tolerating it, I really appreciate the like, just because it helps for the old statisticals. Nice to keep people knowing that we're doing okay and keep these videos shared over YouTube's little matrix system. So have a look here. Losing Johnny Depp fans can imagine worse things. Oh wow. CMC, Beres, Dolphinus, Frenches, live performances. There's no end to the bias on here. All right, first of all, I've got nothing against dolphins, okay? Nothing against dolphins at all. I don't actually have anything against the French. It's just having trouble finding something particularly inspiring that comes from France. We found a couple of things. Live performances I love, but just not for reactions. I will defend myself against this comical attack. Anti-Howard bias as brought to you by Bears. Damn. Should enable the super chat option on your live chat. I don't think that the option has become available yet. I wish I could. Thought that needed 10k subs. No, only 1,000 subs. Only 1,000 subs. Well, then he just needs to get a Russian bot army subscribe. Oh, just a quick little bit of fun. Thank you for that. Nice to have you back. Duel between Konami and the old guitarist from Ningen. Yeah, don't worry. I've already started doing I did the reaction to the first one. That's waiting to come up, and I'm going to be reacting to round 2, which someone recently posted as well. So don't worry. The whole Ningen Bandmate guitar battle, that will be coming to you guys on reactions. But yeah, I'm still waiting to see round 2. Can't wait. So thank you for mentioning that, Fernando. I really appreciate it. Lenny, no bias, but I am not offended by Drunk Norwegian thrashing baby metal or CMC trashing perfume. No bias in either, like or dislike. Yeah. Yes, Regima versus Konami was fun. I kind of agree with Lenny there. It's kind of, I don't really mind what people think. It's all subjective to opinion. After all, we just want to share these things out after all. Johnny Depp plays guitar. Okay, I'm done with Johnny Depp shit. Oh, check out what's the name of the really awful action star who actually had his Steven Seagal, who had his own band. Steven Seagal had this band, and it was a really bad band. So let's all go and listen to Steven Seagal after this. Just find Steven Seagal's album and listen to it after this. Okay, cool. They look like they're having a blast together, says Fernando. Would be neat to see a collaboration between both the bands. That would be very amusing. There is a massive difference in pace, though. Like Ninganis are about slow and impactful, whereas Bandmaid's more sort of charging. So it'd be interesting to see what happened if they did combine. I guess Ninganis and Bandmaid in the same song would be great. I agree. If they could find a way of making it work, it would be amazing. All right, guys. But Steven Seagal, I've done a video of his music. Actually, one Jamaican dancehall. Yes, you did. You did. I can't remember which one I posted. There was one that I posted, and there was one that kind of got stopped when you went on your, should we say, sabbatical. So it's kind of, there was one that never got posted, I think. Seems like Konami posted that Ninganis have played longer than she has been alive. Well, actually, I was about to say, you might have noticed from my review, but I haven't posted my review yet. I did mention in it, though. I'll just quickly say I mentioned in it something about the fact there is a sort of respect your elders level to this. It's like, this guy was doing this before you were born. So it's a really interesting like matchup, and I just love how the two of them are just so light-hearted. They've just got this wonderful like atmosphere when they're doing the whole thing. So like here, we need that Bandmaid Scandal collab. That would be really good, but I'm not sure how that would work because when you've got two bands who are very different, it's easier to imagine how you could shove them together. But when you've got two bands who are basically kind of doing that sort of hard rock thing, one with slightly poppier edge, it's interesting to know, interesting to imagine how that would go together. But certainly the duet quality would be amazing. Hearing the two singers together would be fantastic. It'd be really interesting to know how the bands became compatible, though. Release the Seagull video. I have to go back and find them, but yeah, they are there. Okay, I already got to go now. My driver has arrived. Okay, Fernando, take care. Yes. Don't be late. God, don't miss it. See you, man. Take care. Zim, it seems the channel needs to be monetized to enable super chat. Probably does, yeah. I think I can still do the mobile chat though. I can still walk around once I've got the mobile thing sorted out and do like the chat thing outside. But I think super chat might require monetization. So yeah, just have to get on my Patreon if you want to help me. Patreon, please. If you're not on the Patreon, that's totally fine. I understand. I don't expect anyone to jump on the Patreon, but if you can, I'll be honest with you. I'll be totally honest now. I've only ever once before given money to a YouTube channel, so I'm not encouraging anyone to follow my lead. Just saying, if you've got some money and you want to help, I don't make any money for doing this, which is why we don't have super chat, because I don't monetize the channel, and I don't monetize it for a good reason. I want it to be here. I don't want it to be sued, so that you guys can enjoy this with me. And I just want to keep this channel going, and I want to keep it as a cool thing. So, we're not monetizing. We're never going to monetize. So if you want to help the channel, you know how. Let's have a look at some of the other comments. It seems that, if we're talking about actors that make music, then there is Marky Mark. Yes, Good Vibrations, my friend. Good Vibrations. God, if you've seen that video, that's like cringy to watch. That's a real strong cringe in there. Good Vibration by Marky Mark. There was a couple of singles he did actually, but that was the famous one. He was a real Vanilla Ice in his time, wasn't he? Which is bench pressing stuff for the entire video. It's really cringy. No, I will credit to him for the fact that he tried to erase his past and just didn't want to talk about it. Seems like Clint Eastwood plays jazz piano, I think. Yeah, and he does sing. He did the closing theme for Gran Torino was all him, and I think he's done some other stuff like that before. But he kind of does that. I started singing, we're just kind of talking. You're not really singing, you're just kind of talking. He does that, so that's probably why. There's a Norwegian tag called Jesus Christ, translate as Pants Drunk. So that would be our next special, how I'd make it so. When we get to Norway, which is a long way away, then yes. Scandal Maid. Scandal Maid, that sounds kind of cool. Yeah, Scandal Maid. Bandle, of course. No, I think Scandal Maid's a bit better than Bandle. It's kind of, I like how you've done that. That's a good mix. You've taken the and, because both of them have and in it, but it just sounds weird. Bandle. So it's like that. Well, considering that you can't say V in Japanese and it becomes B, it sounds like Vandal, which is a bit strange. But Gary Sinise plays bass and tours for American troops. Hugh Laurie does jazz. Hugh Laurie is a fantastic jazz musician. I mean, I was kind of a bit tentative about, I wonder what it's going to sound like, but his stuff is really good. It's really just like cool, easy, listenable stuff. I don't know who Gary Sinise is. And Bruce Willis with Under the Boardwalk. I don't know that. Look up Nanowar. Okay, I have to see into this one. Penguin, yes, Mark Wahlberg, a man with many talents, most of which seem to be arm strength. Bubs Nanowar, what's that about? Okay, I'll let that conversation be. Okay, guys, I'm going to kind of wrap this one up around about now. So I'm going to let things just sort of reach a bit of a natural end. It's 2 a.m. here, which is usually when I finish. I did start a little bit late here, so apologies for the fact this one's rounding up a bit earlier than normal because I started a bit late. I will make up for this in the next live stream, I promise. I will be in Nagano for the next live stream, Hackabus, so I'll be able to do that in better quality and everything as well. Hopefully by next live stream, maybe I'll have a bit of the new studio set up. Maybe I'll be able to see some of that. Like I said, we've got 4 videos, all going well, 4 videos coming to you tomorrow. It's a lot of video. And I've got to record 2 of them now anyway. So, yeah, it's going to be a busy day for me. But just really appreciate everyone being so patient with all of this. And I'm glad that I'm able to get all this stuff out to you. Like I said, we've got 28 videos now. 28 videos banked on the hard drive, recorded, ready to go. I've got to make the thumbnails and upload them because I wanted to get myself a long way ahead of things so I could spend time working on things like the Korea special and a few things to finish off the year. Some cool little stuff, updating the Baby Metal top 10 to a top 15, I think it's going to be. Adding other things, we're going to be doing some Bandmade. Will be next year. We'll do the Bandmade top 20 tracks, all kinds of stuff like that. There's some really, really interesting stuff coming up. Music theory thing that I said I was going to do, which a lot of people have been really kind of said comments that they're really looking forward to hearing that as well. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm really, really excited about doing. So yeah, getting ahead of this is going to help a lot. So tomorrow I've got a lot of videos to put out, which I'm going to have to obviously sort out tonight. But then, yeah, like I say, just thank you so much for following on this, and we will be picking up on it more. Let's have a little look at some comments before we start to run out there. It's a Viking Christmas song in praise of IKEA. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I can almost act as well. That's in regards to Wahlberg. Yeah, he carries some films Wahlberg has been okay with. I'm trying to remember, there's at least one film where he was good. Yeah, he was in The Departed, another Scorsese film. He was good in that, actually. He was good. He just had to play like a hyperbolic version of himself, I guess, but he was good at that. I'll give him credit for that. I'm sure he's done other good things as well. Bubs, you have my curiosity, now you have my own. Here we go. Lights and poster hung in the studio. Yeah, hopefully maybe by my next live stream we'll be able to get a little taste of what it'll look like, depending on what posters have arrived, because I'm expecting maybe some things will have arrived by next week. If I get enough stuff to make it look half decent, then I'll give you like a quick look. And like I say, this light seems to be working. I'm just testing running it now. If I get 2 of those, that'll be more than enough for the studio. It's really powerful. Let's have a look at someone else. Mark Wahlberg had an awesome fitness video. I think that was his music video, was his fitness video. Links there from CMC. Harry, I'll be dropping that scan poster in the mail within the next week. You're a gentleman, thank you. I really appreciate that. 11 by 17, is that inches? Let me just check how that scales up against paper sizes. B4 size in inches is, so B4 is 13 by 9, so it's bigger than B4. Okay, that's cool. So it's a really big one. That's awesome. Yeah, brilliant, man. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it a lot. Japan Post have a Bandmade poster, and there's a tracking number for it. Yeah, I was going to ask you actually, because I noticed that I think you sent that directly from the Bandmade site. So I wonder if that's actually coming from their coming from their distributor in Japan. Because if it's coming from Japan to Japan, it will be very fast. It's probably arriving while I'm here. I'm really looking forward to that, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Again, I can't say it enough. I really appreciate that you guys really support all of us. It will make a noticeable difference. I mean, year one has been so great, and you guys see me go through everything. Yeah, being trapped in Korea, the story of that will be coming up. You've seen me sort of like living in internet cafes on occasional, living in an office, doing this out of a friend's house, to finally be able to sit down with like a proper studio set up. I mean, Cardboard Palace 1 was awesome, but Cardboard Palace 2.0 is amazing. And to be able to just show you that, properly set up, do it as a proper studio, give you a nice professional looking show, and then do this kind of fun and relaxed stuff between, that's just going to be such a reward. And yeah, like I say, it's massively helped by the stuff you guys are sending me that I wouldn't be able to find or get necessarily on my own. So it's huge. I really appreciate it. Yes, it was from Japan, says CMC. So yes, it's almost definitely arrived while I'm here. You can check the tracking number, but I suspect it's already arrived. All right. Anyways, look. Thank you so much. It's now past 2 o'clock. I'm going to call it quits for now because I've really got to get finished on everything else so that I can get some sleep. Look, just once again, really appreciate everyone coming along and joining on the live chat. Really appreciate everyone helping us get to 1,000. Really appreciate everyone who's pressed like in this as well, or just enjoyed the conversation. There is a lot of things to come. Like I said, a lot of things to come, and I just appreciate the fact that everyone's really joining me on this journey. So for now, from Japan, thank you so much for tuning in as always, and ciao, ciao.